That's the video I've been doing. This was the one for 1st through 5th grade, pre-K, pre-K4, kindergarten. You don't have to be in those specific grades to listen to them. It's just those are the songs that is probably more grade appropriate for them, or we've done it in class. Now for you guys, when it does come to class material, I will post 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, 5th grade, so you don't have to watch all of them. This one was a video for everybody here. You know how we were reading stories in class? So I continue that, and I'll do a couple of those, but I can't do too many or I'll run out of books. So then the next thing we're going to do is this. So this is our fictional student, Sally. She has an assignment. Now, I did create a practice assignment for you to take a picture or send me a Word document or something for you to practice completing assignments in Teams. I want to go over this now because honestly, this is probably the easiest way for you to turn in something. You can continue to email me and share with me in OneDrive like we've done in the past. Well, OneDrive we've done. But the issue with that is your submission has a very high possibility of then getting buried and lost in all the emails that are going back and forth every single day. Here, you can submit it, I see it, I know where it always is, and then you get the return really easily with comments. So you're going to come over here to Teams. If you ever want to chat with me because you have a question, you can do a chat right here. You're going to, this class is called Practice Test. You guys would see Spanish, 7th grade Spanish and 7th grade technology. You're going to have 2 classes from me in your Teams tab. You're going to click on that class. If you need to talk with somebody because you're having trouble about something, or you even just want to check in with them, you are welcome to use this conversation area. If you want that person to be notified, including myself, that you are contacting them, you have to tag them. This is a practice chat. Now, if you want to see your assignments, there's a couple ways. You can come up to assignments up here in the top, or you can come over to your assignments tab. I'm going to do the assignments tab right now. You're going to click on the class that you want to access, click next, and then you have your assigned projects and then any completed projects. This was from yesterday's practice. So we're going to complete this something assignment. It has the due date, it has your title, any instructions that are written will be written there, and then you have to add your work. If you just click turn in at this point, you're turning in nothing. You have to click add work. Now, if you have your file inside your Office 365 in OneDrive, when you select OneDrive, you'll have a whole bunch of options to select from here. This person's fictional character person I just created, so she has nothing. New file, if you want to create a new file, but honestly, I wouldn't suggest it. If you need to link me to a website, you click link, you copy paste the URL right here. And then to upload from your computer, if it's on your computer desktop, or maybe it's a file in your phone, like maybe a picture, and you're doing this from the 365 app, you're going to come to the bottom, I don't know why it's all the way down there, to upload from this device. And then you're going to have a whole bunch of options. Let's just do that. You're going to choose it. It's going to upload. You click done. You click turn in. And then you get an image of something. You get an octopus, you get a spaceship. I don't know what else there is, but there's different images that'll pop up. And then once you've turned it in, you're done. There's a check mark. It tells you when you turned it in. And then if you realize you linked the wrong file or you forgot something, you can always undo, add whatever you're missing, and then turn it in again. But you won't get an animation. Then on my end, when I go into your assignment and I see everybody, I can see when the people that turned it in, and then I will be able to, let me go ahead and do that really quick. I'm going to go in on my end, and I'm going to take a look at the submission that I just sent. Now, I don't believe you can see what I'm doing because I'm doing this really quick. I didn't change screen shares. Something here for feedback. I can give the number of points, and then I can return. Now, once I've done that, Sally gets a message instantly, and you can look it up in either activity or chat. It's all the same. It says the assignment was returned. You can view the assignment. And then my feedback is written here, your points. So it was out of 10. So these were the points that I assigned. I probably should have done some other number than 10 so you can see that. And then if you need to, if the submission time hasn't passed and I say, hey, maybe you could edit something on this, you can always try turning it in again. So there is a benefit to that, wherein if you want some feedback before the final deadline has closed, you can always do that and I can give you some feedback. The important thing is that you click turn in, because if you don't click turn in, it looks like you're still working on your submission. You can exit out of Teams and it'll still just look like you're working on your submission. For me, it just says viewed. Now there's a couple of you on the assignment where you had to take a picture or send me a Word document where this is what happened to you. You attached a file, but then you didn't click turn in. So if I select you specifically, I can see that there's a file there waiting to be submitted, but it's not listed as submitted. You're going to need to be uploading your files on the device that has your work. So if it's a picture of your handwritten answers or whatever you're turning in, if it's a typed document, it needs to be on the computer or the device that you are using to turn in. You're going to click add work. Now, if it's in OneDrive, that's really easy. Your 365 account follows you wherever you have internet. But if it's specifically on that device, you're going to be needing to load from that device onto Teams. Oh, let me take a look at that. Okay, so on this, skipping ahead, you'll notice down here, I don't know how clearly that's coming in, are all questions. The questions, you can find the answer to the questions in the past 4 or 5, yeah, 5 passages that you had been reading. You answer those questions and then the blanks then become the words that you put here. If we get cut off or if you think of a question after this is ended, the quickest way is probably going to be to send me a message in Teams or to email me if you have my email or have your parents email me. With the last 10 minutes before we get kicked off, I think this is a really good time to talk about technology. 1 and 2, passages 1 and 2, they're listed as assignments in Teams right now, currently. Please turn them in by the end of the day. And then by Monday evening, it's going to be the due date for 3, 4, and 5. Yes, I'm going to, after this meeting, so probably this afternoon, I'm going to create the assignment. Once the assignment is up, you feel free, turn them in, please. Yeah, they are definitely kicking us off. They are giving me a timer. Okay, we have 6 minutes, well, 7.5. So for technology, a couple things that I want to go over. Since we're using the internet a lot more and we're communicating on this, it's a good thing to bring up. And some of you, most of you hopefully already know this. For social accounts, keep them private. You don't want random people necessarily seeing your private communications with your friends, because a lot of times those videos, those pictures that you post, those chats that you post, they're for your friends and they're meant to be funny and they show your personality, and you don't want some rando just talking to you. It's a little creepy. Let's see, definitely don't accept requests from people that you don't really know and aren't comfortable with. Again, you never know who's actually on the other end of that computer screen. For your profiles, I know I said keep them private. On some accounts, you have the ability to make your profile private, but maybe your profile image public. If your profile image is an image of you, of your face, don't make it public. When you post something on the internet, even if you think it's just going to one person, when you send something in social media or even in a text, you may think it's private and you may think that it will go away after a certain amount of time. If somebody wants to find it, they will find it. Or if somebody wants to just find dirt on random people, they can find those. They don't go away forever. They're actually stored on servers and they will stay there for a very long time. So just as a good thing to keep in mind as you continue to grow up and you use social media more and you communicate on it more, always remember whatever you post, whatever you send, you need to be comfortable with it being there forever and being brought up at some other point. Also, don't change your emails now, especially if you've given them to your teachers. But in the future, when you're creating email accounts, for example, don't use, I know sometimes you have to add numbers to make them unique because there's so many people that have emails. Don't use your birthday. Can anybody guess why? Well, one, they can tell your age, and right now, while you all are minors, that's really not something that you want to publicize. And then two, sorry to step on you guys just because we're running out of time. You are going to use your birthday as your identification for a lot of things in life. Like when you get older and if you have to go to the pharmacy to pick up medication, they ask for your name and ask for your birthday. Maybe it's something simple like the code for your garage door or the code for your house door if you have one of those push button ones. Birthdays are really easy numbers to remember and to share with the family and say, hey, it's so-and-so's birthday. That's how you get into the house. Well, if you have your birthday as your email, now everybody knows your birthday. And emails are not public. Those are private. Anybody can find those out. I'm giving you guys a project. I'm going to have it due after spring break. I'll have the specifics on the assignment in Teams. But in short, you're going to be doing a research project. You can do this either, you can put all your information in Word or you can make a PowerPoint, however you choose to do your final project. You're going to be answering two questions. One is, why should you password protect your home Wi-Fi? And then two, you're going to list the pros and cons to using a public Wi-Fi. Now there's two types of public Wi-Fis you're going to be listing pros and cons about. First, public Wi-Fi are just open Wi-Fis. I have less than a minute. If I get cut off, I'm sorry. Those are the ones that don't have passwords. And then there's a second type where there is a password, but the establishment that is giving the Wi-Fi has shared that password with everybody, as in maybe they have it posted on their menu or it's in the window.